There's something deeply comforting about a home that holds both the raw beauty of nature and the quiet refinement of modern design in the same breath. Luxury rustic modern interiors do exactly that. They invite you into spaces where warm natural wood, textured stone walls, and soft ambient lighting come together to create an atmosphere that feels both welcoming and sophisticated. This design style is built on authenticity, organic materials, timeless craftsmanship, and modern comfort layered together to create homes that feel effortlessly luxurious and beautifully grounded in the world around them. In today's interior design landscape, homeowners are increasingly drawn to spaces that feel calm, warm, and connected to nature. Rustic modern homes celebrate exposed wood beams, stone accent walls, linen textures, warm neutral palettes, and designer lighting, a combination that produces rooms that feel refined and relaxed in equal measure, honoring traditional craftsmanship while serving modern living.
Before we delve into our exploration, allow us to extend a warm welcome back to Amica Studio. For those joining us for the first time, we invite you to subscribe for more captivating insights into home and interior design inspiration.
Luxury rustic modern interiors, natural wood and stone accents, elegant lighting, and modern home styling. In this guide, we'll explore inspiring ideas for every corner of a rustic modern home, from grand entryways and living rooms to spa-inspired bathrooms and cozy bedrooms, showing how natural wood accents, elegant lighting, and thoughtful furniture styling can transform everyday spaces into warm and luxurious retreats. Whether you're renovating or simply refreshing your decor, these ideas offer a path toward a timeless rustic modern sanctuary. One. Grand entryway design, rustic wood doors, stone walls, and warm designer lighting. Rustic entryway ideas with natural wood doors and stone wall accents. A grand entryway sets the emotional tone for the entire home, and in luxury rustic modern interiors, that first impression is shaped by solid natural wood doors, textured stone walls, and warm neutral palettes that signal authenticity and calm before a single word is spoken. The contrast between organic wood grain and rugged stone introduces an immediate sense of depth and character, a combination that manages to feel both sophisticated and genuinely welcoming. Decorative details like a rustic console table, ceramic vases, linen runners, and woven baskets layer in the natural aesthetic while maintaining the clean, uncluttered lines that distinguish rustic modern from simply rustic. Soft wall sconces or sculptural pendant lights complete the mood, casting a warm glow that highlights the natural materials and draws people in from the moment they arrive. Keep the entryway palette to a maximum of 3 tones, typically a warm wood, a stone neutral, and a soft wall color, to avoid visual competition between the materials. A single large console mirror will open up a narrow foyer and reflect light from your wall sconces, making the space feel twice as generous without requiring any structural changes. Luxury foyer styling, warm lighting fixtures and natural decor that make an entrance. Lighting carries exceptional weight in a rustic modern foyer. The right fixture can instantly elevate the space from functional to memorable. Brass pendant lamps, vintage lantern-style lighting, and iron chandeliers all bring warmth and a quiet sense of drama that complements the earthy textures of wood and stone without competing with them. Completing the foyer with a large round mirror, stone planters, natural fiber rugs, and indoor greenery deepens the connection between the home and the natural world while preserving the clean elegance that defines this design approach at its best. In foyer lighting, always choose bulbs in warm white range. Cooler bulbs strip the warmth from wood and stone and make natural materials look flat and commercial. If ceiling height allows, hang pendant lights at eye-drawing heights rather than flush to the ceiling. The vertical drop creates a sense of occasion that a flat ceiling fitting simply cannot replicate. Two. Rustic modern living room design, wood beam ceilings, stone fireplaces, and statement furniture. Exposed wood beam ceilings and stone fireplace walls, the icons of rustic modern living. The living room is the emotional center of a rustic modern home, and nowhere is this design language more fully expressed than in the pairing of exposed wood beam ceilings with natural stone fireplace walls. These architectural elements deliver instant warmth and timeless character, grounding the space in a way that no furniture arrangement or paint color alone could achieve. A stone fireplace with a wooden mantel becomes the natural focal point of the room, surrounded by upholstered sofas, linen armchairs, and textured throw blankets, it creates a layered and deeply inviting environment where the tension between rugged stone and soft textiles is precisely what makes the space feel alive. If installing exposed beams in an existing home, consider faux wood beams made from lightweight polyurethane. Modern options are virtually indistinguishable from real timber at a fraction of the cost and weight, and they require no structural modifications. Rustic modern living room furniture, comfort, craftsmanship, and warm neutral styling. Furniture in a rustic modern living room should balance comfort, craftsmanship, and clean design. A brief that leather sofas, reclaimed wood coffee tables, and neutral fabric sectionals fulfill beautifully. A palette of beige, taupe, warm brown, and soft gray keeps the room calm and harmonious, allowing the textures of the materials to do the expressive work rather than relying on bold color. Ceramic table lamps, woven baskets, vintage artwork, and natural fiber rugs add depth and personality without cluttering the space, producing a living room that feels cozy, elegant, and naturally modern. When combining leather and upholstered pieces, use texture to create contrast rather than relying on color alone. A smooth leather sofa paired with a nubby boucle armchair adds visual interest while keeping the palette cohesive. Anchor the seating arrangement with a large natural fiber rug size to sit under all the furniture legs, as undersized rugs are one of the most common mistakes that make rustic modern rooms feel unfinished. (3) Rustic modern kitchen and dining spaces, wood cabinets, stone countertops, and designer lighting. Natural wood kitchen cabinetry with stone countertops, craftsmanship meets modern function. The rustic modern kitchen celebrates craftsmanship without sacrificing practicality, and natural wood cabinets with visible grain patterns are central to that philosophy. Their warmth and authenticity pair beautifully with stone or marble countertops, which add a refined counterpoint to the organic quality of the wood, creating a kitchen that feels simultaneously raw and polished. Open shelving made from reclaimed wood planks, styled with ceramic dishes and handmade pottery, reinforces the artisan spirit, while modern appliances and clean cabinet lines ensure the kitchen remains as functional and contemporary as it is characterful. Seal natural wood cabinets with a water-resistant matte or satin finish rather than a high-gloss lacquer. Gloss finishes reflect every fingerprint and chip more visibly, and they undermine the handcrafted quality that makes wood cabinetry special. Designer pendant lighting over kitchen islands. How to choose and position statement fixtures. Pendant lighting above a kitchen island can redefine the entire room, and in a rustic modern setting, industrial pendants, glass globe lamps, and vintage brass fixtures all offer compelling ways to introduce visual interest while honoring the warmth of natural materials. In the dining area, a large wooden table with modern upholstered chairs achieves the signature rustic modern balance, natural and refined, grounded and elegant, and warm overhead lighting, textured table linens, and restrained natural decor make every meal feel like an intimate, unhurried occasion. Hang kitchen island pendants so the bottom of the fixture sits roughly 75 to 85 centimeters above the countertop surface, high enough to avoid obstructing sight lines across the island, low enough to cast useful task lighting. If using multiple pendants in a row, space them evenly and odd numbers, 3 or 5, almost always look more balanced than even groupings over long island surfaces. Four. Rustic modern bedroom design, reclaimed wood walls, soft textures, and ambient lighting. Reclaimed wood bedroom walls with linen and wool textures for a cozy retreat. Bedrooms in rustic modern homes are designed above all else to feel peaceful and restorative, and reclaimed wood wall panels achieve this with a warmth and texture that painted walls simply cannot replicate. The natural variation in reclaimed timber, its knots, grain lines, and tonal shifts, gives each panel a quiet story of its own, making the bedroom feel genuinely personal rather than decorator assembled. Layered over this with linen bedding, wool blankets, cotton quilts, and textured cushions in cream, sand, taupe, and warm gray, the result is a room that envelopes rather than merely decorates, a place where rest comes naturally. If installing a full reclaimed wood feature wall feels too committing, apply the panels only to the wall directly behind the bed. This is the space that draws the eye first and delivers the greatest visual impact for the least surface area. Source reclaimed timber from salvage yards or reclaimed wood suppliers rather than buying artificially distressed new wood. Bedroom lighting ideas for rustic modern interiors, sconces, pendants, and layered ambience. Bedroom lighting in a rustic modern home should feel like it belongs to the space rather than being installed into it, soft, layered, and warm rather than functional and overhead. Bedside pendant lamps hung from the ceiling, brass wall sconces positioned at reading height, and sculptural table lamps on natural wood nightstands together create the kind of gentle, enveloping illumination that supports both winding down and waking gently. The textures of woven rugs and ceramic decor pieces catch that warm light beautifully, and the overall effect is a bedroom that feels luxurious not because of its price points, but because of the quality of its atmosphere. Install dimmer switches on all bedroom lighting. The ability to shift from reading brightness to pre-sleep ambience in a few seconds is one of the most practical and impactful bedroom upgrades possible. Five. Spa-inspired rustic modern bathrooms, stone sinks, wood vanities and warm lighting. Natural stone bathroom sinks and wood vanity cabinets for an organic spa aesthetic. Rustic modern bathrooms borrow their inspiration from luxury spa retreats, and natural stone sinks, wood vanity cabinets, and textured stone tiles are the materials that make that connection tangible. Stone adds depth and authenticity, wood introduces warmth and the sense of something handcrafted, and together they create an atmosphere that feels genuinely organic rather than hotel generic. Pairing these natural surfaces with matte black or brushed brass fixtures adds a layer of modern sophistication, a reminder that in rustic modern design, the contrast between raw and refined is always the point. Wood vanity cabinets in bathrooms require proper sealing and ventilation to prevent moisture damage. Use a marine-grade or bathroom-specific sealant on all exposed wood surfaces, and ensure the room has adequate air circulation to prevent humidity buildup. Bathroom lighting for a warm spa atmosphere, sconces, mirrors and soft LED choices. Lighting transforms a bathroom from a functional room into a genuine retreat, and the approach in a rustic modern spa bathroom is to prioritize softness and balance over brightness and efficiency. Vertical wall sconces flanking the vanity mirror eliminate the harsh facial shadows that overhead lighting creates, while warm LED mirrors and pendant lighting above the vanity add layers of glow that feel considered rather than clinical. Linen towels, ceramic trays, wooden stools, and indoor plants complete the picture, small decisions that together produce a bathroom that earns the word sanctuary without requiring a word of explanation. Position vanity sconces at face height, roughly 150 to 165 centimeters from the floor to the center of the fixture, rather than mounted above the mirror, where they cast downward shadows that are unflattering and make makeup application and shaving genuinely difficult. '6. Open-concept rustic modern interiors, natural materials, warm minimalism and cohesive styling. Open-concept living with wood beams, stone walls and large windows for natural connection. Open-concept homes give rustic modern materials the scale they deserve, allowing wood beam ceilings, stone feature walls, and large windows to breathe and be appreciated across generous, uninterrupted spaces. Natural materials flow without boundary from the living room through the kitchen and dining area, creating a visual harmony that feels effortless rather than engineered, as though the home grew into its materials rather than having them applied. The consistent use of wood, stone, and neutral color throughout maintains a calm, cohesive interior that feels like a single unified experience rather than a collection of adjacent rooms. In open-concept spaces, use flooring as the ultimate unifying element, running the same wood or stone floor continuously across all areas without transition strips creates an immediate sense of flow and visual expansion. Warm minimalist decor for rustic modern open floor plans, quality over quantity. Minimalist principles work particularly well within rustic modern open plan interiors, because the natural materials carry so much inherent visual richness that additional decoration quickly becomes noise. The focus shifts to quality furniture, honest textures, and a small number of carefully chosen decor pieces, linen curtains that pool slightly on the floor, a sculptural lighting fixture that doubles as art, a textured rug that defines a seating zone. This editing discipline is what separates a rustic modern interior that feels serene and intentional from one that merely has exposed wood and stone but still feels cluttered and busy. A practical rule for open-concept rustic modern styling: for every decorative object you add, ask whether it contributes a texture, a natural material, or a functional purpose. If the answer is none of the three, it probably doesn't belong. Seven. Finishing touches for rustic modern luxury: layered lighting, rugs, and natural decor accessories. Layered lighting strategies for luxury rustic modern interiors: pendants, sconces, and warmth. Lighting is among the most powerful and most underestimated elements in rustic modern interior design, and layering it thoughtfully is what separates rooms that photograph well from rooms that actually feel extraordinary to live in. Combining pendant lights, floor lamps, wall sconces, and recessed lighting creates depth and atmosphere at every height throughout the home. Morning light behaves differently from evening warmth, and a well-layered lighting scheme accommodates both with ease. Plan your lighting in 3 layers before purchasing a single fixture: ambient, task, and accent. Rustic modern rooms often overinvest in ambient lighting and neglect accent lighting, which is precisely what makes materials like stone and timber look flat and dimensional rather than rich and textured. Natural decor accessories for warm rustic modern interiors: ceramics, weaves, and living greenery. The finishing details of a rustic modern home: the ceramic vases, woven baskets, vintage artwork, linen curtains, and wooden trays, are where personality enters the picture without disturbing the calm. These are the elements that make a beautifully designed room feel inhabited rather than staged, and their power lies in restraint and intention: a single handcrafted bowl on a stone countertop, a woven basket holding firewood beside the hearth, a cluster of dried botanicals in a simple vessel. Textured wool rugs, indoor plants, and handcrafted decor complete the sensory experience, creating interiors that feel luxurious not because they are expensive but because they are genuinely alive. When styling shelves and surfaces in a rustic modern home, work in odd-numbered groupings and vary heights within each group. 3 objects of different heights feel more naturally composed than 2 matching objects. Conclusion. Luxury rustic modern interiors endure because they are built on something more lasting than trend, the simple human pleasure of being surrounded by natural beauty, honest materials, and spaces that feel genuinely comfortable. Warm wood textures, stone accents, elegant lighting, and refined furniture each contribute to homes that feel sophisticated and deeply livable at once, where every room from the entryway to the bedroom reveals how natural elements can transform ordinary spaces into warm and welcoming sanctuaries. If you're drawn to a home that feels timeless, calm, and connected to the natural world, rustic modern design offers an inexhaustible source of inspiration. Start with one element, a stone fireplace, a reclaimed wood wall, a designer lighting fixture, and let that first honest material choice lead the way. Every detail added with intention brings the space closer to something that feels uniquely yours, where luxury and nature meet and modern comfort sits comfortably beside rustic charm.